Hello, this is Nocebo, that's Doctor Nocebo, and today I want to share with you something that I'm calling the Phantom Hallway. Let me show you what I got. Alright, so what is the Phantom Hallway? Well, this is a concept that I designed for a Skyblock world, as I was dissatisfied with the options for mob grinders available to me without redstone or water. The Phantom Hallway is essentially two components. The first of which is a hallway that players can pass through, but mobs do not recognize it as being passable. It exploits a quirk in the mob's AI that causes them to see partial blocks as being solid blocks or full blocks. Um, so where you and I see this hallway, uh, mobs actually see something like this. They see a solid wall. Um, this really confuses their pathfinding, and because of that, the player to a mob is essentially phasing through solid blocks, and the mobs will not aggro to you. The second part of the design is a little more simple, and it's just a spawn area that is completely dark. If I go into F3, you can see to the left where it says light 0. That's 0 from the sky and 0 from the block. Um, Even though I have torches out here and it's the middle of the day, and I can obviously see in there, you can see in there, we can reach in there, but it's dark and mobs will spawn. The reason for that is this upside down half slab is counted by the game's engine as being an opaque block. That means that it blocks light from passing through it, um, despite the fact that it's only half a block. So if I fly away just for a minute, we're just going to sit here for long enough for me to explain, and hopefully you'll see when I fly back that mobs have spawned, and I can uh, give you a demonstration of how safe it really is. It allows us to go in there and without any risk to ourselves kill all the mobs that have spawned, collect their loot, collect their experience, and get out harm-free. So let's go back in, and ideally something will have spawned. No, it didn't. You're gonna have to just trust me though. Obviously, like I said, 0 light, and this is an upside down half slab, so things will spawn on it. So I'll get a creeper, and I'll get a skeleton. Those are the two mobs that annoy me the most when I'm playing. So if I get a weapon and I go into survival mode, you can see that no matter how close I am, no matter how far I am, if I punch them, no matter what, they'll just sit here and take it. They don't even really seem to notice that I'm there. The one exception, well, two exceptions. The one exception that can spawn in here is baby zombies. If I give him a whack, you can see that he'll actually start chasing me. He does notice me. He sees me through this half block gap, but he still can't hurt me. The other exception is spiders. These hallways are only 1 wide. That's to prevent spiders from spawning. And the reason for that is that spiders actually can attack through that 1 wide gap. In all of my testing, they can, I guess their hitbox is just big enough that they can hit you through that. Regardless, if I had 2 blocks here instead of 1, then some of the drops would land in an inaccessible area anyway, and we don't want that. This design in my Skyblock world allowed me to get iron very, very quickly, compared to having to just build a giant spawn platform and kill things as they chased me around, or trying to build a mob grinder. Um, it's a whole lot more or less resource intense. So with that, let's build this thing. Okay, so this thing is incredibly easy to build. That was very important to me doing it in a Skyblock world, was that it was as light on resources as possible. That's one of the reasons that I opted for this over a mob grinder, even though a mob grinder might have higher potential for more drops. Plus, this is a little more tangible. It's a little bit more satisfying to actually kill something. So the first thing you do is make sure that you have a regular half slab as opposed to an upside down half slab. In case you don't know, the distinction is that a regular half slab occupies the bottom half of a block. An upside down half slab occupies the top half, and mobs can actually spawn on top of the upside down half slabs. So make sure it's a regular half slab, and we're going to pull this out, let's say 9 more blocks. So that's 3, 4, 5. We're going to make sure that it's 10, 8, 9, 10. So this is going to be our walkway here. It doesn't matter how short or how long it is, because the basic design is going to be the same no matter what. But at one end, we're going to build up 3 blocks, and then upside down half slab up there. We're going to anchor it to the sides. That's part of why we do that. And then just bring this all the way out with you. When you get to the end, you are going to have to, again, build up like this. So put that there, upside down half slab. On either side now, we're going to do upside down half slabs on the top of the middle block. Remember, an upside down half slab occupies the top half of a block, a regular half slab occupies the bottom, and a regular half slab will prevent spawning. We don't want that here in the spawn areas. So bring this all the way out and connect it, and then back the other way. Boom. Alright, then we're going to take trapdoors. Gonna just connect those to either side. It doesn't matter, but you are going to want to connect them to the same side, because it will give you just a little bit more room to walk. If you have them on alternating sides, it's a little more cramped. So that's your whole hallway section done. All you have to do now is do the actual spawn area. To do that, we're going to build a wall on the back here. So bring that back. And on the other side. And then we're going to bring it up so that there are 2 blocks of spawn space inside, which will actually allow mobs to spawn in there. And then finally put a block here. I'm not sure if that's necessary, but just in case. And then we're going to cap it all off with half slabs. And the reason we're using half slabs for the ceiling as opposed to solid like whole blocks is that if we used whole blocks, we would have to light it up, or mobs could potentially spawn on top of this at night and drop down and surprise you as you were heading inside. That's it. That is literally the whole thing. It's totally dark in the spawn areas. This hallway is able for players to move, but mobs can't spawn in there, obviously. And this design is actually so safe. I'll give you an example. If I pull this out and grab a creeper spawn egg, alright, and I'm going to put him here and then stand inside and go into survival mode, and he'll come towards me, but he stops right there. Even though he could fit in here, he stops because he recognizes these blocks as being solid. Oh, boom. Yeah, you can't get too close, but it is very safe nonetheless. And that's it. You can tile this design if you wanted to. You just bring that, do that, bring this around, and just do that whole thing over and over and over again. You can make a huge room out of this concept where you just walk back and forth in hallways. This is still a valid spawn area. It's totally dark. Just make sure if you do that, of course, to put your trapdoors. Alright. Now, I would love to see what you all can come up with using these concepts. I think both of them independently have a whole range of possibilities for design or function. So let me know. Take some pictures, take some videos, send me messages, send me emails. Let's see what you can do. The more, the merrier, I think. I hope that this video has been informative. I hope that it's been entertaining. If you would like to see me put out more material like this, it's only going to get better from here. It's only going to get more polished. So please leave a like, subscribe to my channel. You would be doing me a huge favor, and I would be happy about that. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.